Welcome to What's Happening. I'm your host, Paula Hersey, and I'm here today with Jim Saban and Connie from Cape Cod Healthcare, and we're talking about the black tie, blood red masquerade and auction ball to benefit the Bloodmobile for Cape Cod. Welcome. How are you guys?
Good.
Where's your masks? This is such a cool event. I love it. So, Jim, you're with the Rotary. Connie, you're with Cape Cod Healthcare. This is, I think, one of the most unique events I have seen on the Cape in a very long time. And actually a very fun show to do with all the props that you brought today. Jim, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Rotary and how this event came about?
Well, this is the first ever collaborative effort of all the Rotary clubs on Cape Cod.
All the Rotary clubs, how many?
There are 9 clubs on the Cape, ranging from the Nauset Orleans Eastham Club to Bourne Sandwich.
Great.
And all the clubs have come together to do this fundraiser to raise money to purchase a Bloodmobile for Cape Cod.
Fantastic. And Connie, that must mean a lot to Cape Cod Healthcare. I think a Bloodmobile. Why is that important to our community?
It'll get us out into the community to be able to draw blood. Okay. Right now we do what we call breakdown mobiles, so we have to bring all the equipment, all the staff, set up in a facility. And one of the drawbacks is certain places don't have a room big enough. So we can set up all our tables and our equipment. So this is going to be great. We're going to pull into a parking lot, open our doors, and welcome them in.
And why is getting blood important? I always hear that there's blood drives and there's a shortage, but I've never really understood why.
People need blood, unfortunately. You know, traumas, oncology patients, newborn babies, they all, you know, at some point, I think it's 1 in 7 patients entering the hospital will need blood in their lifetime. Every 3 seconds somebody needs blood. Right now we have other sources off Cape to get blood. You know, we have to get blood from Rhode Island Blood Centers and the American Red Cross. So anything that we collect ourselves benefits the hospital and the healthcare.
Oh, that's fantastic. See, now, you know, the auction and masquerade ball, what a great idea to get this funded. Tell us a little bit about this. This seems like an event that I think a lot of people are intrigued by, but a little scared because do we want to wear the masks? Should we wear the masks? What's it all about,
The masks
Jim?
are half the fun.
Okay.
You know, a couple other things that really compelled the Rotary clubs to be involved is a statistic that was brought to us that by the time you're 72 years old, about 95% of us will need some type of blood, either plasma or blood transfusions. So this is something that really affects the entire community.
Yeah.
And Rotary clubs across the Cape recognize the need for this. And with the Bloodmobile, it's really kind of like buying local, because all the blood that's donated through the Bloodmobile will stay on the Cape and will help your friends and neighbors and family members. So we realized that the importance of it. And Rotary, we believe in doing good but having fun at the same time. Yeah. And this is one of those events so we can have some fun. It's going to be at the Wachusett. It's on November 1st. And so if you haven't been to the Wachusett, it's just come to the ball just to go to the Wachusett. It's just a beautiful venue. We have a 16-piece orchestra that's going to be playing, the Stage Door Canteen. And we have some auction items that are pretty intriguing, including a trip to Tuscany, a trip to Antigua.
Oh my goodness.
We also have an African safari that we're making available. And we'll be raffling off, and you can go online to our website to find out information about our raffle, but we'll be raffling off a 2015 BMW X1.
Ooh, and what color is that?
Any color you want.
Any color that you want, but I want a red one. So November 1st is
November 1st.
The day after Halloween. How perfect. And Wachusett Resort and Golf Club. Dinner? Dancing?
It's, how do we refer that to, heavy hors d'oeuvres?
Heavy hors d'oeuvres?
Dancing, absolutely. So the band is, is spectacular. The 16-piece orchestra. They play everything you can imagine. So it's a little bit of everything for everybody, and it's really about just, like I said, doing good and having fun while doing it, and raising some money to meet the need of our community.
And that's got to mean so much Cape Cod Healthcare is to have the Rotary clubs, again, kind of unprecedented, I think, to all have them come together to do this because there's strength in numbers. So I think with the Cape Cod Healthcare, when you were approached with this idea?
It was amazing. We'd been talking about getting a bloodmobile, for a while,
Sure.
and then have the Rotary support. It just made it that much more real, and that we're
Right.
going to be able to get there.
Yeah,
So,
and a little easier to fundraise for something like that
Absolutely.
as well. Especially when it's something specific. People love to give to a specific. Sometimes fundraising can be so broad that you can give money, but you never know really where it goes. But this particular event will go to the blood meal, and it's bloodmobilecapecod.com. So, what about community support? You talk about the Rotaries, but what about the businesses and organizations? Are people getting involved with this and sponsorships?
Absolutely. We've had a great number of local businesses as supporters. Our premier sponsor is Cape Cod 5 Foundation. And
We love Cape Cod 5.
They are an amazing organization. They're doing some great stuff, and they were very quick to step forward and offer to be our sponsor. Our platinum sponsors are Rick Roy Construction in Chatham, and Rick has just been an amazing addition. He also happens to be the president of the Chatham Rotary Club.
Great.
And the other platinum sponsor is Wendy's.
Oh my goodness.
All three of them have really stepped up very large to help us make this happen. The other thing about Rotary is that as a result of this, the blood process of the drawing blood and the whole need for blood on the Cape has created over 200 ambassadors to the issue, because there's over 200 Rotarians across the Cape that meet at all different times of the day. So wherever you may be, you can probably find a Rotary Club that's meeting sometimes.
Right.
Our club happens to meet on Fridays in the morning in South Yarmouth. I'm in the Yarmouth Club. But
And
we
I
have
know-
clubs that meet in dinner and lunch. So, like I said, there's over 200 of us that are out there spreading the word for the need of blood and really educating our community about the need and why
Right.
it's important. One of the statistics that was told to me, and Connie can correct me if I'm wrong, but through Cape Cod Hospital and Falmouth Hospital, they need over 8,000 pints of blood a year. So,
Wow.
so this is going to make a major dent in that need, and it doesn't. It starts again every year, so it's not
Right.
8,000 and then you're good. Next year it's another 8,000. So this bloodmobile will be able to go around the Cape. We'll be able to go to the Rotary clubs and
Right.
draw blood there as well.
That's amazing. Again, when you said how you had to bring all your tables and equipment and things like that, I thought about that. And I was like, well, that's a real hardship to get blood at any venue, is because you've got to, obviously personnel and things like that, where this bloodmobile will go from Provincetown to Bourne.
Absolutely.
How fantastic is that? That's
Yes.
such a great thing.
Yeah, and so much less labor intensive. I mean, right now my staff is, setting up these tables and the beds and everything else, and this is going to be great. We're just going to, like I said, open the doors and people can come right in. We'll have everything right there.
Great. bloodmobilecapecod.com, November 1st, Waquasit Resort and Golf Club. Are there still sponsorship availables?
There are some sponsorships available, and they can go online to our www.bloodmobilecapecod.com.
Okay.
They can purchase their tickets there as well.
Yeah.
There's a place that if they have any questions, they can inquire there, and we'll get back to them right away and answer their questions.
So is it scary to give blood, Connie?
Not at all.
Really? Come on. I
mean,
hate needles.
Most people, I hear that all the time, but once you do it, it's amazing, and you feel so good after.
Right.
You really do, because I just gave blood. I'm going to help at least 2 people,
Right.
possibly 3, because what we do is we break the blood down into different components.
Sure.
So it's a little pick in the beginning. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but that's it.
Okay, I will look for a bloodmobile near me.
Okay.
There's another plus about it. Is one of the difficulties of blood draws is that many times they have to set up in churches and other organizations that have the ability to take and set up for them. And the other part of it is a lot of companies have a difficult time letting somebody go for 2 or 3 hours to go
Sure.
get blood. With this bloodmobile, they'll be able to pull right up to the front doors. Their employees can go give blood and be back to work in an hour and a half.
That's fantastic.
So it's really one of those ways that we're going to be able to increase the need, the supply.
Great. Black tie, blood red, auction and masquerade ball. Thank you so much, Jim. Thank you, Connie,
Thank
for telling
you.
us. Obviously, we need this on the Cape. So thank you to all the Rotaries. We can't wait to see this. And again, the event, Black Tie Blood Red Auction and Masquerade Ball to benefit Cape Cod Healthcare, Blood Mobile Coach, November 1st, Wequassett Resort and Golf Club. Thanks again.
Thank
See you
you.
on the dance floor.
I'm Paula Hersey, your host for What's Happening. Thanks for joining us.